He's the fastest thing alive. Sore spoilers, so beware, this video does contain spoilers for the Sonic movie. Greetings gamers and welcome back to Top 10 Gaming. I'm your host Connor Monroe and meow? The Sonic movie comes out today and I did you the favor of watching it early so you don't have to. We have 2 videos coming out today about the Sonic movie, so be sure to come back later today for a little bit of something more. With the movie coming out, there had to be several references to things from the past, but which ones might have slipped past you? That's what we're exploring with today's list of the top 10 Easter eggs you missed in Sonic. Spoiler warning, and be sure you watch the final 3 because they will blow your mind. Roll the intro. Starting us off in at number 10, Load Screen. The Sega Genesis is a 16-bit console developed by Sega and released in North America in 1989. This was Sega's 3rd console and the successor to the Master System. However, even with only their 3rd console, they made a mark in the gaming community with one hell of a memorable opening screen. The beautiful thing is that in the movie, they didn't shy away from this either. After the Paramount logo that had replaced all the stars with rings had been shown, we got treated to a memorable sight with a Sega Screen. Under the logo, you obviously heard the music, but you could also faintly hear the iconic word of Sega underneath the logo as well, which is an amazing callback to something that so many audience members will remember. Let it be known that everyone in the audience last night was an adult. There were no kids in that theater. Sure, it might have been late, but it just shows who the audience was for that movie, and why changing the CGI was so important to the movie because, like, we wouldn't have tolerated it. In at 9, Cinematic Universe. Following the Sega logo, however, we were reminded that it was an original movie, but the way they did that was in an eerily similar vein to something we've all been obsessing over for the better part of 10 years. That has sparked several other attempts at something so massive. See how the studio's part of that logo just kinda comes out between those lines? Well, the original movie logo for this film looked pretty similar. It was coming out between the lines, but horizontally instead of vertically, perhaps setting up a Smash cinematic universe, which I will get to later in this list. Be patient. With another Easter egg I think will blow your mind. But with the similarities between the logos, I can't help but think that they knew what they were doing, and you heard it here first. If they end up doing it, you know from me that they've been hinting at it from the start. And at 8, Generations. While we never really see the 2 running side by side, the Sonic Generations game was referenced right at the beginning of the movie. The clip we see in the trailer of adult Sonic running in his homeworld was never actually on screen. In fact, it was replaced by a baby version of Sonic being told to hide his powers. However, this baby version of Sonic is A, not cuter than Baby Yoda, not cuter than Donkey, I don't know what the hell everyone in the theater was thinking during time play, and B, very similar to the baby Sonic we see in Sonic Generations as well as in the earlier Sonic games, since you all love to point out that he's actually aged, unlike some other people. Ash. The baby Sonic looks incredible and is as close to the original Sonic as we can get with what they're doing with this design on the big screen. Also, can I just say, do you know how terrifying this baby would have been if they had kept the original design? I would have ran out screaming. God. This is why I think it was all just a stunt, because they wouldn't have done that to Baby Sonic. And it's 7, Chili Dogs. The chili dog is one iconic food item from the Sonic canon, being best known as Sonic's favorite food. While at first I thought that Tom's dog would have been called Chili or that Sonic would have become best friends with him and that would have been the reference, the actual chili dog scene comes when the guys get into a bar fight. Yeah, and the fact that was on Sonic's bucket list is just weird, but okay. After he was about to get jumped on, see what I did there, Sonic goes into super speed and has a Quicksilver or flash time moment where he basically wrecks everyone in the bar, but while doing so he knocks several chili dogs into the air and decides he needs a little snack. So he eats like all 5 chili dogs and proceeds to end his montage. After this, Donut Lord and Sonic head to the motel where Sonic describes how he had a delicious food that he thinks was called chili dogs. How do you know what they were called? Nobody said it and nobody mentioned it up until that point unless it was in a deleted scene. I suppose you could guess based off the menu, but then you'd have to know what chili and what hot dogs are. And you didn't seem that well versed in human food, but whatever. And it's 6, Badniks. During the scenes that were actually in the trailer where Robotnik ends up getting Sonic's quill, he ends up running tests on it later in the movie. The issues that come from this, however, end up causing his truck to lose power. When he goes to reset the power, you see essentially his fuse panel or breaker box, where he has things listed as what they are with masking tape, which is a little weird for someone who is so damn cocky about being smarter than everyone else. Like, why didn't you just have it like an LED screen? What? One of the pieces of tape ended up saying Badniks. It was at the top of the screen, so you may not have seen it, but if you are unsure what that means, the Badniks are Robotnik's robots that were originally powered by living animals as a form of live battery. Sonic, after breaking these robots, would free the animals, providing him with incentive in his first games. What this could potentially mean is that this version of Robotnik has already passed the point of living batteries, but he had used them in the past and has them at his disposal, so maybe we'll be seeing it if there's a sequel. Halfway through number 5, Team Sonic Racing. We knew Sonic was going to be driving in the movie, however what we didn't know was that Tom was going to be leaning out the back all Mario Kart style and swinging at the Robotnik robots during the truck chase sequence. While this may not parallel perfectly to the Team Sonic Racing, I'm sure we can all agree that this is what this scene was intended to mimic. Sure, you can say that they were just showing Tom putting his life in Sonic's hands, but that's what he was doing the whole movie, especially when he kicked them off of a building. So this is definitely Team Sonic Racing, and there's no way you can fight me on it. It just sucks that Sonic was only learning to drive while actually driving and reading the manual. I guess he hadn't gotten to the part about distracted driving. In at 4, Pinball. At the climax of the movie, the final battle between Eggman and Sonic, there was a scene that was very similar to MCU Thor and Arrowverse Flash, with a little bit of discount Super Sonic thrown into the mix. Then we get Sonic absolutely pounding the hell out of Robotnik's ship. He would smash it, then bounce off a building, then come back, then swing around a lamppost and hit him again, and kept doing similar things until he was finally weak enough. But the overhead shot we got looked like Sonic was basically a supersonic pinball. The Blue Devil was bouncing off everything, essentially letting himself be at the will of gravity, but also controlling where he was going because he can do that with super speed because duh. It was very subtle and you could have potentially missed it if you weren't looking for the reference like I was, but that also could mean that it wasn't really a reference, I was just looking for it, but you should believe me. Getting close to the end here at number 3, Mushroom Kingdom. This is what I was saying when I told you I was gonna blow your mind. The whole movie is basically about Sonic needing to get his rings back so that he is able to escape Earth and head to a safe planet that is just mushrooms. It took me a while to notice, but a world full of mushrooms seems awfully familiar at this point, right? Especially when we've been wanting a Super Smash Bros. Universe for the past almost 2 years. Well, why couldn't that mushroom-filled world just be the Mushroom Kingdom, but like a forest of mushrooms far away from the castle? After all, in the end where Robotnik was looking for a way to escape this world, we could see a castle in the back. Okay, not really, but it would have been awesome. They could totally set up a Smash Bros. Movie with Sonic's rings as portals, recruiting others to help fight Master Hand. Again, if you need a Master Hand actor, I'm your guy. And at 2, Tails. The end credit sequence was something not many people stuck around for when I was there last night. They only watched until the Speed Me Up song came on, then they left, because nobody can handle 4 16-bit rappers. Joking aside, obviously none of them were Marvel fans or saw the leaks online, which you all in the comments of previous videos were so nice to point out, spoiling this part for me. But it's all in the past now. Tails arrives at the end of the movie with a mission, saying that he's tracked him down and needs to find him. Why is he playing the pronoun game? Well, we don't know. We assume that he's talking about Sonic, but we can't really be sure. Perhaps Knuckles is hiding in this world, or Vector will be the next villain and Tails is trying to find him. Whoever he's after, we don't really know, but we can assume it's Sonic. Tails was there and that's what made everyone happy in the theater. That's the only thing that made them happy, in all honesty. Except for me. What made me happy is, and at number 1, Sonic. This is what made me ecstatic. Aside from a meow still being included, yes it was, the character being called Crazy Carl is rambling on to the people of Green Hills. Yes, that's the name of the town, but a fairly obvious Easter egg that you could have noticed. But if you didn't, there's a bonus. About a mysterious blue devil that has been torturing him at night, running around him as a blue blur and even talking to him as he calls out that he will catch him one day, and that he knows he is real. Sonic responds to this with, "No, I'm not." While he's rambling worse than Heimsker, he shows an image he drew of the blue devil, and look at that, it is none other than the iconic drawing of Sonic from the video How to Draw Sonic Hedgehog that was released so many years ago. If you want more info on that meme, you should check out the top 10 Sonic memes that should be in the movie, where I said this had to be in it, and it was. I'm proud I was able to predict that, and I mean like a few others got it right too, and I got a few others right, like Sonic was depressed, he and other characters said gotta go fast, and I mean the picture of Sonic was a drawing, but if only someone bought it for 10 million. There we have it, friends, the top 10 Easter eggs you missed in Sonic. Are there any other Easter eggs I missed or that you feel should have been on this list? Let me and everyone else know below, but be warned, spoilers will be below as well. Also, I don't really respond to comments anymore and I apologize. My scripts are long and I only have so long to record them. But if you'd like, at the end of videos we could start doing like gaming meme reviews or something. If you want to send me some of your favorite memes, shoot me a DM on Instagram and you can send them to me and I can put them up on screen. If Che can do pet shoutouts, I can do meme shoutouts. If you enjoyed this video, be sure you hit like and subscribe for daily gaming content and ring that bell to join the clan and level up. Thank you all so much for watching. I have been Sean Connor Monroe, and I'll see you in another video. The actual chili dog scene comes when the guy... That's what we're exploring with today's list of the top 10 Sonic... of the top... However, even with their... Oh my god. However, even with their... Oh my god. As well as after the... as we can get with what they're doing with the CGI. With what they're doing with the CGI on the... Oh my god. The chili dog is one of... Oh my